All right, clickbait title aside, I do have a bone to pick with Charlie, aka Big Moist, aka Penguinz0, aka Tampa Bay Jesus. All right, so I live in Tampa currently. I know I've been kind of vague about that before. That's where I'm residing. That's my turf, my domain, you could say. I've been here for about a decade, and the Moist man, he hypes that up as an amazing place. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Tampa sucks major asshole if you're looking for a job. That honestly, if you're looking for a job. Otherwise, we do have some pretty cool things out here. I will say that we got great beaches, great bars. If you like sports, we got hockey, football, and a baseball team. Personally, I prefer basketball, so what I'm saying, I'm kind of fucking shit out of luck. Shout out Damian Lillard, goat. Um, we also have the Big Moist himself, and like I said, he is an addition to Tampa. That is Tampa Bay Jesus. I can't forget to mention that. I also should note before I keep going with this video, I'm originally from Northern California. So to be fair, that's also pretty ass. Like I can't sit here and act like I'm coming from somewhere better. But back to my original point here. I'm a full stack developer with multiple years of experience, and I've applied to literally every job available within 20 miles of me that is in my field. There is nothing left in my field I have not applied for. The only issue is every job in my field requires you to have a security clearance and or 5 years of minimum experience. Now, here's the issue, right? Number 1, the security clearance that they're requesting, you can't get without a job. So you need the job to help you get that security clearance, but you need that security clearance to get that job in the first place. What the fuck does that mean? That's ridiculous, right? So that's kind of ass. I've only had one interview in my field in these 3 months, and that went horribly. You guys all know about that one. That was my last video, which, by the way, thank you very much. That's at 20,000 views right now and 1,000 likes. That's fucking insane numbers for my channel. I really appreciate that. Like, that's fucking dope. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video, though. But thank you guys a lot. So, anyways, like I said, I have had one interview in my field, and we all know how that one went. And the other interviews I've had have been for super entry level roles. One being a sales role, which I'm about to get into in a second here, and another being an office admin position close by. I don't want to give too much details on because I might have to take that one. So Oh, and to mention, I've also went to 2 job fairs just today alone. Because there was 2 job fairs today in the Bay, and I went to both of them. There was only one company out of both fairs combined that are even somewhat in my field. It was for IT, so not even technically my field fully, but they did say that they would have like a unpaid apprenticeship to get my certification for free for like my comp TIA certification for IT. The only problem is I need a job where I can work and make money because I need to pay bills. So that, I don't know how that might work. I don't know if that might work. I'm not too sure on how to move forward with that. They said they'll reach out to me. They haven't yet, but who knows? Maybe they will. So there's that. And then the other job. The other job is a sales position. I don't want to say what it's selling, but it's a sales position over in downtown Tampa. And that company, basically to them, you're just cattle, right? So the first interview, because I did my second interview today with them. So my first interview was yesterday. They had about 28 of us meet in the lobby of this big room. I was one of the few people that actually brought a copy of my resume in. None of us knew what the company was or what they sold until like we got there. If someone can guess what the company sells in the comments, I'll confirm it. Like I don't know if you guess it, I'm not gonna lie to you and gaslight you. But none of us knew what we were there for. We just knew it was a sales position. So we show up, we're all waiting in the lobby. It's like some shit out of a fucking movie, right? And I'm thinking, oh shit, they're gonna call us out one by one to go upstairs. And like I said, it ended up being like 28 people, but at this point, it was just seven people, including myself, right? So a couple guys, couple girls, just sitting there in the lobby of this place, and then they bring us up to the third floor. We sit in this big boardroom. We're doing like these icebreakers where we like talk about where we're from, like previous positions we've worked, all that stuff. Then another group comes in about halfway through, and that's about 10 more people. I'm like, wow, okay, a lot of people here, right? Seven was manageable, 17's crazy. Then a third group comes in, and now it's sitting at, I think it was 20. I tried counting. It might have been 28, might have been 26, it might have been 30. I don't know. I tried my best to count, but obviously I can't look like I'm counting, So this was kind of like on the sneaky side here for me. So now I'm sitting here in this room with, about close to 30 other people at the end of the day, right? Definitely 26 people plus. And we're all in this room. And then they're like, all right, like our introduction's done now. Our employees are going to start like come grabbing people. They're going to call you out by name and you're just going to go with them. And they're going to be the ones interviewing you out in like the lobby area, right? Or like out in like, the office. And so someone gets called, then someone else, and then it basically everybody gets called except for me and one other dude in this office. And me and him look at each other like nervously, like, oh shit, like that can't be good, right? Like, and I'm thinking, oh, it's because I have no experience, like I'm coming from full stack development. It's a sales role. Obviously, I'm not gonna get this. I was dumb for even showing up here. And then the guy that kind of like runs the company, he's not like the CEO, but he like runs the whole office. Um, he's telling us, this is also after he bragged to us about making 1.6 million a year a couple times. Um, but he's telling us like, oh, don't worry, like if you're the last two, it means they really liked your resumes and they're saving the best two for last. And I thought he was just kind of, saying shit, like to make us feel better, but I didn't know. And then suddenly, a guy comes in and he's like, yo, come back with me. I come back with him. So we go back. He takes me. There's two main like boss offices like in this whole office building floor. Takes me to one of those two offices, and I'm talking this big ass, expensive ass table. This like wild, like ugly ass artwork on the wall, so it's expensive. Had like an 80-inch TV in there playing a basketball game. And he's like talking to me, and he's like, "All right, man. So like we're cool here and all that." And basically, we're just talking, having an interview. He ends up liking me, I think. Like I think I did pretty good. And he was telling me, he's like, yeah, like they're only going to call back 7 people out of the group. Just want to let you know that ahead of time. And he's like, I'm going to put in a good word for you. I really did like our interview here. And, to mention, as I'm walking through the office to go back to this big office like room, as we're walking through the whole like floor, everybody else is doing their interviews at like random desks, like 5 feet apart from someone else doing their interview. Like I was in a private room. So I was like, oh shit, like, okay, maybe they do like me a little bit. And so I get a call back on my drive home, and they're like, it was the guy. He was like, hey, I met with my office managers. Um, the person that interviewed you, he really liked you. Would you be okay to come back for a second interview tomorrow? And that's what I had today. So I show up today. I go to the other main like office inside this like corporate floor, and this one was somehow even nicer than the first office. And so I'm sitting with like the direct, like, like guy that runs the company now, or runs the office building now. And he's telling me about all their benefits and like, oh, this job here, this job here. But at the end of the day, the job is completely commission based. There's no base pay. And he's like, you probably won't get paid your first week. And that's just not something that like I'm cool with personally. Like I need to make money. But at the end of the day, I don't have a job now, so I might as well do it until then and just try getting a job. But yeah, so that's kind of the rundown of this one that happened here today. Just dropping it out there to say basically all of these I've done interviews, I've done all this, but none of them are for the role I'm like my job field that I'm passionate about. And I have to come to that, like, the realization, I realized this recently that I'm probably not going to get back to work in my field anymore. It's been fucked up by a bunch of companies firing because they think that AI is the most like revolutionary thing since fucking sliced bread, bro. Which, like, don't get me wrong, it can be great. It's just like I don't think it replaces a person personally. That's my personal belief. But needless to say, shit sucks in the Tampa job market right now. And unless somehow I can gain a couple years of experience or lie to a company successfully saying that I have 5 years of work experience, I'm going to have to switch career fields and no longer work in the field I'm passionate about, which sucks. And obviously, the Charlie thing in the beginning was just a joke. Seems like a cool dude. And I actually know that he's had some trouble finding work out in Tampa before his channel blew up. So he honestly probably gets it more than most, and I probably should change the thumbnail to make it like something less about him. But you know what? I've already made it, so this is what we're going with. Also, if he's watching for some reason, that's pretty dope. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching and making that last video blow up as big as it did. Like I know 20K views isn't like viral by any means, but I mean I appreciate all 20,000 people that watched it. I'm trying to respond to every comment right now, so like please be patient with me. Like my goal is to respond to every comment on every video. So I didn't realize how hard that would be. Like if like once it hits the number it hit last time. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Thanks for all the support, and that's about it. See ya.